Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Sean. So this is the first, um, let's call this a series about locals report, where I basically report about what I pick for locals and what I feel like playing that day. So I went undefeated with this deck, Sprite. As you guys can see from my deck roll up from yesterday. I also play Sprite, but I play a different variant of Sprite. This is a different variant that I picked today, culminating from what I learned from the deck list that I played from yesterday. So yesterday I go for a more go second Sprite build, which works really good against meta decks, but sometimes like in roguer matchups, in rogue matchup it could be completely detrimental if you don't open any hand traps, and you would easily be blown off the board because sometimes you get FTK'd. So I got FTK'd the yesterday when I play going second Sprite. I got FTK'd by Volcanic FTK deck. So to adapt to like all the rogue matchups out there, I decided to basically change the Sprite up and play a more different variant. So let's go on to the deck list and I'll explain every card in here. 3 blue, still the best card in the deck, by far. I enjoy drawing this card every hand basically. 3 jet. I play 1 carrot and 1 red. So still the same ratio. Some people still like more than 2 carrot, and some people more than 1 carrot and 1 red. But I prefer this because I see enough non-engine. I want to see enough non-engine, and also want to see enough engine for me to really do well with this deck. So I think this ratio is completely perfectly fine and completely balanced, because you can, for these two, you don't have to play multiple of them because Mannequin Cat can reborn them from the graveyard, so you get even more disruptions against decks like Rescue Ace, Fire Kings. When they summon a fire monster, you can special summon these from the deck or hand with Mannequin Cat. Beaver engines, Nimble engine, 3 beaver, 2 English, standard, I'd say, and 3 swap frog. So the idea of swap frog is that I want to play Ahashima and Toad, but after today, I probably would cut the package because the package only came up once, and the game that I play it, I make that package against Labyrinth. It was really underwhelming, and it doesn't really feel like it doesn't feel enough, because you have to have a really established board. You have to have this in hand and a swap fog engraved and extra materials after you make gigantic in spring. So I don't think this is very necessary. It is a sprite extender because this pitching the angler is really good. So I would probably still play this, but without the Toad package. You can also play the Mutant package in here as well, because the Mutant package is a 1 card free sprint. But I think that having the Swap Frog and having the ability to dish the Nimble Angler that is dead in hand just gives them like full combo potential. Next I play 3 Fenrir. Fenrir is, in this deck, is an engine card. There's no question about it, because this card is really good going first and going second. This and any level 2 is full combo because it's just a free body. It can recur itself, and it's a it's 2 layers of disruption. Could literally cause 2 layers of disruption on his own. And sometimes I even left this on the board, like in a fully established board. I often left this in the board. If I go first, and then it's another layer of disruption that I can use to basically destroy my opponent. Spells, starter, 1 Gamma Burst, 1 Double Cross. I don't play Smasher in the main because when I play the go second build, I play the Smasher in the main because Smasher is stronger going second. But going first, having this card in the main, it's just really crucial because you can basically, whenever you have, let's say, IP and Sprint on board, you trigger IP effect, make SP Little Knight, banish, and when SP Little Knight comes back during the end phase, you can activate Double Cross here target your opponent monsters you bring back with SP Little Knight and basically snatch steal it. So this card is really good going first. You can also, this card could also be used in a Ibli line, where you will basically, when you have a sprint and monsters on the field are all defense position, and you have Ibli on your opponent's board, and they're trying to crash into your link, you chain double cross, you target the sprint, and then you attach it to an exceed monster you control. So basically it nullifies the attack, and they can't crash Dibbly. So there's that. And the 1-card combo in the deck, Foolish Burial, the Sand Angler. So it is a really good card. It's a 1-card combo. You like to see this card in your hand going first or second. So along with that, I play 3 Prosperity. The thing with the Prosperity is that you have to know what you need to banish every turn. So consistency cards. This card is just too good in this deck. Consistency is always key, and then getting to the point where you draw all your crucial hand traps or all your starter after you open this. Let's say you open this and 4 hand traps. This card will literally win you the game by just setting up boards and breaking boards by itself. So, and now here is my choice for non-engine. So I basically almost max out on all hand traps here in the main to cover as much matchup variety as possible. So I play a total of 14 hand traps. I don't like the Melfi package, especially now, because Melfi package is really good going first, but going second, it feels really wonky and you don't want to draw the Melfi cards. I would rather draw a hand trap rather than a Melfi card. Initially, these Veilers were gonna be the Melfis, but I realized that drawing the Melfis going second feels really bad, and it doesn't help you break board as much as these. So either way, like, I'd rather draw Prosperity and any variant of these cards, and I'll be good for the rest of the duel. And that decision has came up clutch for me because I play so many hand trap and it covers so many matchups that I can comfortably, even if I lose game 1, I can comfortably side the hand traps in chunks out. It also helped me side deck way more efficiently as much as possible. So that is it for the main deck. I play a total of 41, but if there's something that I would cut to make it 40, I'd probably cut down the amount of Swap Frog to like 2 if I don't play the Frog engine. So 2 Swap Frog would be completely fine here. Next is the extra deck. 2 Gigantic. Pretty standard. I don't think you need any more than 2. 1 Onibimaru. The 1 Toad. Because I like Toad. Initially, the idea is that I just want to play Toad, because the Toad is such a fun card, and it's also a recursion tool. 1 Mosquito, made it once today. It helped me OTK against Centurion, so really good card. 1 Mannequin Cat. So the thing with Mannequin Cat in this deck that is so good is that it is basically the 3rd Gigantic Sprite, but during your opponent's turn, because this card against matchups like Unchained, you can target a Dark or Fire, a Ruha, or basically the Unchained cards, and you basically get to special summon for free. I used this against Centurion once to cheat out a Bestial Druid Swarm on my field. And then after they pass turn, I still have the Druid Swarm on the field because they're afraid to remove it. Draw into a level 2 and then full combo and basically destroy them with the Druid Swarm. So this card is just really insane in that aspect that it can cheat out basically anything. As long as you have the typing or attribute of that. So which is really insane. Downer and Zeus made it multiple times today. No need for any more than 1 Zeus really. This card's good enough. And a Typhon as the last card in the extra deck. I didn't make it today, the Typhon, but in a lot of situations it will come up. So I think that having the Typhon here is just really necessary, especially in this current format. Playing against decks like Branded, Unchained, having the Typhon is just really good against those kind of decks. Links, one sprint. Don't really need any more than one. Really, I think one sprint is enough. Some people like to play two, but you have to know how to play around imperm. You have to basically make the imperm out, and then you resolve the sprint successfully, and then you can continue to play the game after that. One Phoenix, one Ahashima. So as I said, I really want to make Toad. This could be the second sprint if you guys want, but I think I just want to play the Toad package, so I put the Ahashima in here. I'd probably cut it. It's not necessary. One Dark overperformed today. Against Branded Chimera, I make this, and then I took his Dragos Tapalia Engrave, and he cannot play the game. So, very good card. And then last but not least, the IP package you often make with this. So it's a free IP. This deck can literally make IP and SP Low Knight super easy. I wish I could play two of this card. I made this card so many times today to break boards. So side deck, do Shifter. So the thing about Shifter is that this deck doesn't really play into Shifter, so it doesn't hurt. The only thing that really hurts when I drop Shifter is the Angler package, but you have in your whole engine, I think you have enough. The other Sprite monsters have enough good combos where if you go second, this is the card I would probably side in going second. Drop this. And basically, if they can't do anything into matchups that are really bad, that Shifter are really good against them, then I can just OTK them, which is Gamma Burst with like 2 Sprite monsters and a Gigantic, with a link under it. So that's enough damage to kill them for game. 3 Shifter, the Phantasme. I sided this against Rescue Ace. So the Rescue Ace sideboard that I have is the 6. So what I sided out is the 3. It's a 3 draw and the bad 1-off in my deck. So like let's say the Double Cross, the Foolish, and usually I would side out 1 copy of Swap Frog. So going second, and it worked out because seeing these cards against Rescue Ace is just a complete blowout, because it beats like the link line that Rescue Ace likes to do, and also this just blows up their back rows that they can't really play the game. A Foolish Burial, it's good going first or second, but when you have Shifter in the deck, this card really doesn't perform. So I usually, if I side in Shifter, I sided out that card. So like usually there's a side deck pattern against Rescue Ace. So these are the 6 cards that I would side against them, for sure. And then the last 6 cards in the side deck are 3 copies of Bishop Druidsworm, cheatable out in the extra deck from the main deck with the Mannequin Cat, as I explained it. Really good against Labyrinth, Branded, all the Light and Dark decks that has cards engraved. This card's just busted. The One Smasher, you're gonna need it. This card, I sided this in against Labyrinth because he plays Skill Drain. So this is my out to Skill Drain in that deck. So, and then the 1 Ibly and the 1 Red Resonator. Ibly, you often side in going first, and Red Resonator for you to basically win time. I didn't go into time today, but having this card in the side deck is always necessary to basically cheat out with Gigantic Sprite and win the time. So that is basically it for this locals report and the deck profile. One thing that I would say about this deck is that the flexibility in hand traps is what makes it like extremely strong in my opinion, because you play so much non-engine. There's so much room for non-engine that you play enough starters. So even like Fenrir and all of these, right? And then you draw any level 2 is still like full combo, because this is just sprint and just keep playing, which is kind of insane if you think about it. So it's good to like know that the non-engines that you draw along with the perfect amount of engines will be able to get you a good result in this format, and it covers as much matchup as possible, especially those rogue ones. So that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next local support. Peace.